Veterans are facing delays and care challenges as the VA struggles with severe staffing shortages. New figures from the VA Inspector General show a deepening crisis. WDBJ 7's Alyssa Beatty is in the studio tonight. So Alyssa, you looked into this in our hometowns and you say there is having an impact on one of our facilities in the area.
Kate, these men and women serve their country, but now some are struggling to get the care they earned. And staffing shortages are limiting treatment access, leaving veterans in Salem with fewer resources. A recently released report from the Veterans Health Administration shows a significant rise in staffing gaps. Nationwide, there were 4,434 severe occupational vacancies, up 50% from last year. The shortages hit both clinical roles like nurses, physicians, and mental health providers, and non-clinical jobs like police and security. More than 58% of VA facilities reported severe police and security shortages, the most common non-clinical gap. The Inspector General says nearly every major care line is affected, meaning fewer appointments and longer wait times. The challenge is worsened by a shrinking applicant pool, with recruitment and retention falling short of demand. The report comes a few months after widespread staffing cuts to VA centers across the country. Those cuts were felt in Salem back in February, leading to a protest and concerned veterans speaking out in a town hall event.
The recent cuts that are being made to federal workers is hurting our veterans. Care can't happen without our federal workers, and our veterans deserve this.
The VA says the cuts will save taxpayers about $83 million annually, but some are critical of the approach. In a statement, Senator Mark Warner said skyrocketing staffing shortages and a declining applicant pool doesn't make care more efficient for veterans. They do the opposite. If the administration is serious about honoring our veterans, it must stop undermining the VA workforce and start recruiting and retaining skilled professionals. The VA says it has launched an intensified hiring push, adding outreach, incentives, and flexible schedules. But with tens of thousands of vacancies nationwide, stability isn't expected immediately. And I heard back late this afternoon from a VA spokesman, and he said the report is subjective and not reliable because it lists jobs that facilities feel are difficult to recruit for. And Kate, he also said that nationwide vacancy rates for doctors is at 14% and nurses is at 10%. And he says those are on par with historical averages and lower than some other healthcare systems.
So that gives us an added perspective to this story, but again, something very interesting to look at right here in Salem. Alyssa Beatty, thank you for giving us that story tonight.